Now look at the solution through an example. Let's say suppose we have a company which is named as uh, X company. Now what happens when it prepares the financial statements? Uh, it goes through various type of transaction. First of all, ledger, ledgers. Through that, it come to trial balance and come to statement of profit and loss. And lastly, balance sheet. It provides the accurate view of the entity's financial position in terms of cash flow, accruals, and much more. The overall financial position is given by balance sheet. So, at the ledger level, what happens? Let's understand this. At the ledger level, entity only records revenue related to which entity has received amount, or entity has supplied goods or services. So mainly there are two clauses. Two clauses, and either of is required to be met to record the revenue in the financial statements of the entity. Now first look at this one. Let's just suppose X company receives amount from Mr. B, dollar 50 for service of laptop maintenance. Now what will happen? Laptop maintenance for 1 year. Now what will happen? X company will record this revenue in the financial statements irrespective of providing the maintenance services throughout the year. Like, let's understand this in other words. The X company will record $50 even if these services have not been provided. So, such amount will be reflected in the financial statements as an advance for providing the maintenance services to Mr. B. So, this transaction in clear. This is transaction number one. Now let's understand transaction number two. It's an example number one, and it's example number two. The example number two will be used to make understand the concept of this one. Let's say Mr. X has supplied goods, uh, like bicycle, like cycle of $300 to Mr. C. Now what will happen when the when Mr. X will record the outgoing of inventory as cycle out of his premises? Mr. X will record $300 as revenue. Irrespective of receiving money from Mr. C. Mr. X will record the revenue of $300 in his financial statements to state that even if the cycle has been or the goods or services have been supplied to the customer and the amount has not been received to Mr. X, so Mr. X will record $300 as the revenue in the financial statements. Now it's a summarization concept. Now let's summarize both of these in new slide. So we can confirm first thing, record revenue in FS relating to such period in which such revenue is earned, even though we will not be able to collect in the same year. So this is a summary of revenue recognition concept. Revenue recognition concept, and one will understand that even though the goods have been supplied, services have been supplied, and the amount has not been received till yet, so the entity will record such revenue in the financial statements. And even if the amount has been received, but the goods or services have not been supplied, then such amount also will be recorded in the financial statements. So, as as individual concept, Mr. X company will record such $50 as revenue in the financial statements, and in case of second example, Mr. X will record such revenue of $300 in the financial statements. This is what the revenue recognition principle states. Thank you.